Once upon a time, there were two dwarves out looking for lunch when they came across a vendor. And the vendor was a giant, and he had turkey legs for sale. And then this happened. Check it out.
Once upon a time. Two dwarves approached a food vendor's booth and read the menu posted high above their heads. Listed in bold letters and painted in white hand print was a very limited menu that read turkey leg, turkey wings, turkey scrambled eggs, slaw, beans, and grog. The special for today was 3 wings, slaw, and grog for 1 silver coin. A giant approached the counter wearing an apron holding the spatula he used to turn the scrambled eggs. "What will it be?" the giant asked in a low giant voice. 2 turkey legs, slaw, and 2 grogs, one of the dwarves replied. "What? No, I don't want a turkey leg," the other dwarf protested. "Don't order for me. That's rude." "I was trying to be nice," the other dwarf said, back shaking his head. "Make up your minds," the giant said. "I have other customers." The second dwarf rubbed his hairy chin and thought for a moment. "I want bratwurst on a bun with a pickle on the side." The first dwarf jabbed the second and said, "That's not an option. Hurry up and order something off the menu before he kicks us out of here. I'm starving." "I'm starving too, but I don't want turkey," the second dwarf snapped back. "I want bratwurst on a bun with a pickle." The first dwarf bent his neck back, looking up to the giant who was towering above. "I'm sorry, as my friend here is being a problem. Just give us 2 turkey legs, slaw, and 2 grogs. 2 specials," the giant replied and turned to fill the order. "Excuse me, Mr. Giant," the second dwarf said, frustrated. "I said I don't want turkey." "If you want bratwurst, you'll have to go somewhere else," the giant replied. "Turkey is all I got." "That's fine, we'll be on our way." "No, I want turkey," the first dwarf snapped back. "We can go 2 different places and get different orders." "There's plenty of vendors here," the second dwarf stated firmly. "I don't want to be running around here all day searching for bratwurst. Why do you have to be such a pain in my ass?" "You're a pain in my ass," the second dwarf stated. "What makes you think you can pick and choose what I eat?" "I've seen you eat turkey many times. It's not like it makes you sick or anything. You're just being difficult," the first dwarf snapped back. The giant shook his head and said, "You guys need to move to the back of the line. I'm going broke listening to you argue." "Wait a second," the second dwarf replied. "Do you have anything besides turkey, like in your wagon?" "If I had anything else, it would be written on the menu," the giant replied. "I don't hide food from my customers. That would be stupid. You are a pain in the ass." The second dwarf began to pace in frustration. "Not even a pickle?" the second dwarf asked. "No, not even a pickle," the giant replied. "Now you 2 need to leave before I make you leave." "Stop being an ass," the first dwarf said under his breath. The second dwarf, defeated, gave in. "Fine, I'll take a turkey leg, slaw, and a grog, but under protest." "Under protest?" the giant asked with a smile. "Don't make me laugh. You have many choices here, and you don't have to order from me. I'll fill your order. Give me a moment." "Now look what you did," the first dwarf said. "You embarrassed me again." The second dwarf looked around at everyone who was staring and mocking them. It was a small group, but a group nonetheless. "You deserve to be embarrassed," the second dwarf snapped back. "I should be able to order what I want. You don't own me." The giant set the 2 orders on the counter and held out his hand. "2 silver coins, please," he asked. The turkey legs steamed and sizzled as they came off the grill. The smell was wonderful, and the slaw looked fresh and green. The grog, though, had a strange green color with debris floating on top. "What is that?" the second dwarf asked. "Floating on the grog, and why is it green?" "It looks like you dipped the mugs in horse crap before you filled them." The giant looked down at the mugs and put his finger in one and tasted the grog. "Tastes good to me," the giant said. "I don't care what it tastes like. There is something floating in that cup, and grog isn't supposed to be green," the second dwarf stated. He bent over and took a good long sniff and instantly gagged. "That is manure! Are you trying to kill me?" The second dwarf also sniffed the cup and retched. "I agree, there is something foul in that cup." The giant picked up the cup and took a sniff. He turned his head and looked at his wife, who was mixing more slaw. "Did you take a crap in the grog again?" the giant asked. "Maybe," the female giant replied. "I may have mixed up the latrine with the grog barrel. They look alike." The giant set the cup down on the counter and said, "Half price." "Half price for what? Giant crap in a cup?" "I think that makes the special even better if you ask me," the giant said. The first dwarf grabbed the second dwarf by his sleeve and pulled, saying, "Let's go, we can find bratwurst and a pickle." That sounds a lot better now. The giant yelled, "You owe me for the turkey legs and the slaw." "Sell them to someone else," both dwarves said as they stepped back on the path and headed out to find bratwurst. Story by Keith Trim.